Hello, friends. Welcome to the Green Ronin YouTube channel, where tabletop role-playing gaming meets tabletop role-play publishing and community. Today, we're excited to introduce a special feature. We're teaming up with groups from all over to share their unique projects right here on this channel with you. And now it's time for our friends, Dice Drop, to take the stage. They're not just building a world, they're inviting you to be a part of the process. Your ideas and your imagination, you can be a part of their creation of this world that they'll then be playing in an actual play in the future. So without further ado, let me hand it over to my friends, Allie, Zoe, and Kyle, and get ready to explore a whole new world. Howdy, friends.
Hi.
Now, I'm going to step away because this is all about you, but I'll be watching and checking things out and having some fun in chat, and we encourage everybody else to do so as well. All righty. Bye-bye.
Hi. Ha. Now you are trapped here with us. So sorry. So I'm Allie from Dice Drop. We are a actual play podcast where we used to play Mutants and Masterminds, and now we are moving into the age system. Yay! Woo! Under me is Zoe, and under her is Kyle.
Hello.
I was gonna say, Kyle, say hi.
I was only muted because I'm still like a little bit coffee from being sick.
So if you weren't here for the first part was really fun. All of us started just like creating this world together. What you guys worked on with me last time was sort of just like this little document, kind of where we started with the Citadel, which is above Zinal. That's where all the gods lie, and how many gods we had, and which we were using the moons for, like the sort of like gods and goddesses of justice. And it was like a cool, awesome collaborative thing that we all did, right? Okay, so I have ADHD and I spiraled. So we started with this. So here are the quick notes of basically the Citadel. So this is the first slide. There are 6 gods and goddesses that run the Citadel. It resides above Zinal. The Citadel domains are created in a hexagon, and the center of the hexagon is where the most powerful god lies. If you see on our fun little thing right here, you see Zinal has 3. I have 2 very loud dogs, and they are doing dog things right now. I'm so sorry if you hear them.
How dare.
We have 3 moons. Those moons, quickest way I can say it, those moons, dead goddesses. Those are triple goddesses. They are our justice system that keep those gods in check. Do you want to know who keeps Zinal in check? The Citadel. Sometimes there's some corrupt powers within that, but they're gods. So the Citadel domains, we have the hexagon shape just to like show what it was. You may notice that like the death and decay domain is the biggest one, even though the life one is supposed to be the strongest. I have a reason for that. It makes a lot of sense when I tell you guys about it, but this is like sort of how everything spiraled. I'm going to put this on our Ko-fi once it's actually like done and ready to go. If people want to download it, I'm also going to put it on our website too. But also, wow, look, I got art done of all the gods and goddesses because I'm crazy.
Well, that's also because Ina is also such a good artist too.
Ina's amazing. If you ever need art done, go to Ina_Coffin. Pretty sure that's on any social media platform. So you may notice some of these are blank. That's why you're here. You're going to help us fill these in. I also started on the city. Whoever was here last, by the way, the last thing that was sort of said was, hey, where do you guys want to start? City of Celestia or Arona? No one was able to answer me, so I picked Arona. And that's how we're starting it, because sometimes the game goddess just has to come in. So I wanted to kind of start the triple goddesses today.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Because they're probably the ones that are going to have the deepest lore, and we need to get some thoughts and things together on this. So let's get started. We have the fated, the honored, and the temperance, which are depicted on the side here.
Which ones are which?
Fated's up top, honored's in the middle, temperance is at the bottom.
Okay, you just never know how they might be ordered.
I put it in the way that it was because consistency.
Okay. Now, guys, we can either make this like super serious, like how we first started off, or just go completely unhinged as soon as we got to Robanthus. So
I'm gonna say, as soon as we got to Robanthus, the stream was lost.
The stream was lost, but it was perfect.
The stream was lost to us, but it's okay.
No, Farmer Bob.
Kyle, how are you dark again? You look so good before, and now all of a sudden you're dark again. Turn on the light that we gave you.
The light is on.
Oh, it's doing a bad job.
Yeah, it's not super bright.
Oh,
that's upsetting.
But
okay, so
Robanthus looks fantastic.
This is Robanthus. I hate it.
I call him a zaddy because he is. Ina really went out there and was just like, we're gonna make Robanthus hot.
Yeah. Okay. So we're starting off with the triple goddesses, right?
Yes, I'm
okay.
going to I lost
Which one's the oldest? Like the one who came out first.
The one that came out first. I don't know. Roll a D3.
Who do we think would come out first?
Probably the fated.
The fated?
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Mm-hmm. The fated, the honored, and the what?
Tempest.
The
temperance.
Temperance. I'm an idiot.
Okay. So no blue rose.
We were thinking of having blue rose in, but later we get that question a lot. Where it's like, so you're not doing blue rose? We might. Here's the thing with the age system. If you want to put it in, you can. You could put the whole kitchen pot in that thing, and it will still work out. Exactly. So it could still happen. Just right now, we're focusing on Dragon Age and Fantasy Age.
Easily put stuff in there from there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the fated, the honored, and the temperance. Okay. Well, hold on. I, for some reason, forgot what temperance means. Moderation in action, thought, or feeling. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, how did we set up like the other gods before? Right? Like we came up with.
We have lore. We have lore, children, and symbols. But I would think I feel like the triple goddesses would basically just have the lore and maybe some symbols.
Lore and some symbols. Okay, so the fated. Could we have the fated like be stars as a symbol? I feel like it would be easier to pick out symbols first and then come up with lore.
Yeah, I'm looking up symbols for fate.
I'm looking up symbols.
What about, hear me out, like, a spinning wheel, like
all right.
I don't know. I feel it. I feel it in my soul.
You feel it in your soul.
Mm-hmm. A spinning wheel.
Yeah, this Google search was not helpful.
Like a spinning, like I don't know why, but I immediately thought of like the Sleeping Beauty.
Like, I was gonna say, are you talking about the Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, and I don't know why because
are like no matter. Wheels?
Well, it's the spindle on a spinning wheel.
Thank you.
But like my thought was like, okay, well, if it's fate, it never stops moving, right? Like a wheel. And so that's why I thought of like, the spinning wheel.
Apparently, doves are a symbol of fate.
Doves. Ooh, I like that.
I wonder if we could find like a bird or something like that to symbolize each goddess. kinda like that
Ooh.
idea.
Because I think, did we do a bird for Robanthus?
Yeah, he has a sparrow and
And she was a raven.
Mamortum. Yeah, well, I call them Ilven birds, but they're ravens.
Did we do one for Alcindor? I don't remember.
No, I think Alcindor was just.
Yeah,
I have
A wolf.
to keep. Yeah, he was Wolf Spear, Wolfsbane, and Nightlock berries, which I showed off as blueberries because I feel like that's how they would look. Paz is gorgeous. Hi, Nina.
Hi, Nina.
We're showing off your artwork.
Beautiful as always.
Everyone, look at
does look
Paz.
really good.
Mm-hmm. We could do like birds for all of them, and then like Alcindor could probably be like a falcon or something, you know, like a hummingbird.
I don't want to.
I know, but like, if birds are like a theme for them, like it would make sense for at least all of them to have at least one bird.
So, spoiler alert, only because it is actually in here and I can talk about it. Mamortum is the little sister of the three goddesses, actually.
Yeah.
So she has the raven. So I feel like it's okay, like if some of them have birds, but I
Exactly.
don't think all of them need to have
The
birds.
gods have state birds. How about a state animal?
Let's talk about that when we get to
Okay.
Xenol.
So then, what could be like another bird other than a dove that would mean fate?
Let me see.
I want one of them to have like a peacock.
I was about to write peacock.
One of them has to have a peacock, and I don't know why. I don't even care if it's a triple goddess or if it's one of the other gods. One of them has to be a
very
peacock.
angry birds. They will charge at no.
You know what? That's Alcindor's bird, not a falcon, a peacock.
Okay, all right. I don't care.
No. We're not getting unhinged this early.
Why not?
I mean, we
Why not?
absolutely should get this unhinged early. The gods have state
Get it
birds.
out now.
It has
Absolutely.
to be a male, yes, of course. A male peacock.
Oh,
Are
we can make
sticking
stuff up.
to Earth critters. or
Dungeon
we can make
glitch.
stuff
We
up?
can make stuff up. Do not
Absolutely.
worry.
Absolutely,
stuff
we
up.
can make stuff up. Lady Peacocks at a rent is fabulous.
I called ravens Elwyn birds. So yeah, you can make stuff up. That's the whole point of this, is we are all making stuff up together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a spinning wheel. We could have the fated be a peacock. That's fine.
Oh, I put peacock for Alcindor.
If you stand hinged, you don't gotta get unhinged. Okay. A spinning wheel. Okay, hold on. Let's Google, guys. Google is my friend.
Y'all Google. I'll mess around.
Symbols. Birds that mean fate.
All right.
A phoenix. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
We want to get Phoenix this early in. All right.
Well, I mean, it's whatever. It was the first one that popped up.
I feel like Phoenix would fit more for the honored.
Ooh. That would be good. That would be good. Yes.
Also for the fated, a loom.
A loom. Ooh.
He's getting a crafty items. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's a lot of snow.
Okay, well, what if this person's like a weaver, you know? She like weaves.
Alec, the swoopy font is pretty nice. I like it too.
The swoopy font, yes. Like, you know, like what if the fated's a weaver? Because usually it's like a storyteller or like the person who's in charge of like the tapestry and making sure all the things are like boop, 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 like in a row and like how they're supposed
Oh yeah, that's usually what like any god representing
a
fate.
weaver.
That's usually what they
Exactly.
have as symbols.
Okay, so I have the fated or the weaver because having more than two names or having more than one name is sometimes cool.
Is a theme with our gods. Okay. What would be another one? La, 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 la.
Flowers,
A
crystals.
flower.
Look at this rock.
Isn't it neat?
I got a jar of dirt.
I like a vulture or a raven mix, understands time and isn't about surviving and scavenging history for secrets. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. I like that. Animal? Technically not an animal, but an arachnid. Spider.
Yeah.
Look at me, guys.
You immediately made Ina leave. Ina has the most arachnophobia.
I also have arachnophobia, but you know what? If we're thinking weavers,
If it's good
spiders are.
symbolism, it's good symbolism.
It's good symbolism. Technically, wouldn't that be funny if the fated is also afraid of spiders?
Awesome. Amazing.
Like,
Love
I
it.
didn't choose this for myself.
Sometimes she takes the form of a spider. She's like, ugh, I hate it.
I am not drawing that. We're not asking you to. Oh. Sorry, we're talking about birds. Look up harpy eagles and thank me later.
Oh, harpy eagles.
Oh,
really cool.
Chrissy, you know I'm
I
about
like
to do
harpy
that.
eagles.
Harpy eagle.
Chrissy!
Beautiful.
I love that all of our friends showed up.
Beautiful.
With all of our
Holy,
friends.
holy moly, these birds are huge.
They are really big birds.
This is a big chunkalunkus. Oh my gosh. Okay. They have to be one of them. Sorry, my school's calling me right now. Sorry, can't answer.
Tell them it's Sunday and it's the Lord's Day.
Exactly. It's my day of rest. Okay. Harpy eagle. Could the harpy okay, hold on. Harpy eagle meaning.
Because everything has to have a meaning.
Personification of tribal chiefs, a symbol of eagerness and prowess.
Okay, so the honored.
Yeah, I feel like that would
Yes.
be more the honor.
Yes. Perfect. Love it. Here for it. We still haven't come up with a bird for the other one.
I'm
telling you, we're going with state birds. I'm really campaigning for it.
Is that still eagle? Or is it eagle? Or is it eagle?
No, the other way. The other way.
Eagle.
There you go.
I was looking up temperance to just like remind myself of what it meant, and it's like abstinence from alcoholic drink. Ah, yes, the god of not drinking.
No, temperance. I looked it up.
Sobriety.
It was like essentially. Hold on, back it up. It's about moderation in action, thought, or feeling.
Hi, Eli.
Okay. Can one of them
Everybody's showing
please
up right now.
be?
This is cool.
Who would it be? Who would it be that? Okay, let's quickly, before we lose the train of the birds, who would be the bird for temperance? What is a bird that thinks about its actions? And why am I immediately thinking ostrich?
Oh, see, I was thinking of hummingbirds because they know what they do.
Okay, I'll go with a hummingbird. That's less. That is not as unhinged as an ostrich. Temperance.
I have to be here for something.
Owl. A secretary bird. Ooh, secretary bird.
Secretary birds are funny.
Secretary bird, all one word. Oh, very pretty.
I like them a lot.
Very pretty.
They kind of have like a Phoenix-esque look to them.
They do, with the little red and the yellow. They can come in blue?
They can come in blue?
Yeah, you have to special order that one though.
Thank you, Kyle, for understanding exactly where my brain went.
Well, I saw this picture and all of them seem to be white and gray, and this one from Pinterest is
executive assistant bird.
Of course, the fanciest of burbs.
It's a valued position.
It is a valued position. No one else understands the CEO like the secretary bird. A shrike is always good, though. Why do I feel like that's a made-up bird? It's not a made-up bird. Okay, guys, birds are my new thing now. I like birds.
Zoe, you can't be a bird girl.
Why
You
not?
can't be a bird girl.
Is it
Because you're
I'm
already
Is it because
you're
I'm already
already
an
a
elephant
horse girl.
I'm
Oh,
not a
that
horse
too.
girl, though. I'm not a horse
You're
girl,
not?
though. Mm-mm. I used to be a horse girl, though.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong.
Okay.
What I'm getting is I wasn't wrong.
Okay. Symbols for the honored. I want to say like a shield. And I don't know why for the honored.
What if it's like a
You
shield,
know?
but like that has a sword like crossed over it?
Yeah, just to boom.
Yeah.
Shrike's impaled there. That's why I always saw them with a bunch of
Weirdly enough, Alec, that's how I impale my prey with sharks.
See
she
how long it
used to
takes for people
be,
to notice
then the
what I wrote.
spell was broken.
Pigeon flamingo.
Let's see how long it takes for them to notice what I wrote.
Captain American shield. It's Captain America. Thank you very much.
Listen, I add letters I don't need to.
Exactly. Okay, so a sword and a shield crossover, like
Well, like the shield is oriented normally, but
yeah,
then, the
but
sword
like,
is,
and then the sword is a
crossed over.
pachoo.
Yeah.
Hi, dark happiness.
Hello.
112.
Welcome to the
Hi,
stream.
welcome to the chaos. Okay.
We
Anything
just started.
else?
It's already chaotic.
Oh, we could do for temperance. It could be like a pen and paper, like a quill and paper. You know?
The pen is mightier than the sword, kind of thing.
Exactly, because it's like taking your time, thinking it through, moderation through thought and action.
Well, I'm going to do quill and paper.
That's what I was saying. It's a quill and paper, my guy. Okay. Anything else? Since they're all moons, could we have like a symbol for like a specific moon phase for them?
Oh, one thing for temperance that I figure we should add is like the scales. But like they're perfectly balanced.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Scales of what? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
The scales of like the
No.
scales of justice, kind of.
The
but
balance
like they're
scales,
just, yeah,
but
perfectly
they're
balanced.
perfectly even. The most neutral of all the gods.
Wait. You mean is it yeah, you mean these guys?
Yeah.
The ones that are the main feature of the domain of risk and possibility?
Yeah, we can just say that like temperance is the one that keeps that balanced.
Temperance just made themselves. They're like, no, and I'm just gonna make a smaller version of me.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right, now we gotta focus on lore. Okay. The fated, the honored, and temperance. Okay, well, obviously, if we're going with the fated as being more of like the weaver and making sure that things are like all lined up in a row and that things are working the way that they're supposed to. What could we come up with that, guys?
I mean, I think you just came up with it.
Okay, well, it's more than just me here. It's more than just me here. Ina going in on the spell check.
Listen, Allie needs it.
It's too tiny for me. I can't see it very well unless you want me to get real up and close and personal. There we go. But then we can't see Ina's beautiful work.
Just go back to us only seeing your eyes and your forehead.
Yeah, perfect.
That would be great.
Really, really serious about scheduling and punctuality. That's right. That secretary bird knows exactly what's up.
Yes, Ina, you're helping. Thank you.
Okay. So the fated.
It really is, Alec. 100%.
Okay. Lore.
Lore.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you should type, actually.
Amazing. All right. Sweet.
No.
I'll start it.
Okay. So what if, because you said that the fated was the first to come, right? And then the honored, and then temperance. She was popped out of that womb from the sky.
She just fell from the sky, you know,
She just
almost broke
fell
her leg,
from
but
the
she's
Ever
fine.
fall from the sky and become a moon?
They're just okay. Well, here's the
That
thing.
actually happened to me last week.
She was a person first, and then she became a moon when she decided to retire to the grand old state of Florida. Okay.
Did she have a boyfriend named Sokka by chance?
Oh my god, guys! What if this is UA and another?
We're not doing it
dimension?
again. We're not doing it again. Crossing it away. We're not doing it again. No.
People
Not
aren't prepared
again.
for how sad that's going to be in the live action. Okay. So again, so she came first, and could we say that she created her sisters?
We could say that she had a hand in creating, but not that she like herself created.
Well, the thing is, they're triplets, so like when they're just like, I
Well, did
don't
they
know.
all pop out at the same time? Like pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, like popcorn.
Someone in Florida sucks.
Yeah, you know. no agree. The only thing I like about Florida is the alligators, because those are my favorite animal. But
You
Love
mean
it.
all of the
Would it
British
be
alligators?
interesting? I'm gonna be so honest here. I meant for them to be Australian. My voice could not do that.
It's funny though. Okay, so first came the fated, then came the
Now,
honored.
would it
and
be-
last
would it
came
be-
temperance.
Would it be interesting if they all just don't like each other and that's why they're separate moons? It's so they
See,
are
that's
separated from.
where I was looking. You know how
Oh, Zoe.
I was
Zoe
looking for
paused.
when we were talking
Okay,
about,
good.
or for some of the other gods when we were doing that stuff. Right?
Yeah, I feel like it makes
You know,
more
when
sense.
we were coming up with that,
Yeah.
and now I finally found out where the people have beef.
what if the fated is like very hands off with humanity and is like, or mortality, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And the
mortality.
honored and temperance wanted to be more involved.
Well, the only reason fated is more hands off is like the threads of fate are everywhere, right? So
Mhm.
like she's constantly running around trying to maintain threads, and when somebody breaks it, she like
Ooh, and
pops
then the
out and is like,
honored,
"Stop that!"
and then the honored and temperance were like, no, we need to have a buffer so
Yeah.
that we're not as involved, and that's when the gods came to be.
Okay,
That works.
so
Because like they were overworking themselves, and they were like, you know what, this is stupid.
so do we
Let's
want to
make
have
gods.
individual lore and then make another page where it has their full lore?
We could do that.
Okay. that
I
makes
feel like since they're so tied together, I don't know. I just don't want to like, you know.
Totally fangirl of the massive epic she's not a part of. Yeah, she's just like reading the fanfic.
Mhm. That's her.
Losing
She's
her mind.
like, ooh, I can't wait until they get to chapter 82.
They made the gods specifically to work towards their fanfic.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just have to have a fanfic.
Yeah. Prone to spoilers.
No, she's constantly
Anytime
spoiling-
somebody reads ahead, whether they're a celestial being or not, she's like,
Just
"Oh, wait a minute, you're not
constantly
supposed to be doing that."
spoiling it for herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a page just like to talk about all three of their lores, like together.
I think that's easier than coming up with individual
Okay.
for right now until we
could do,
figure
like-
out what
we
all
could
of
do
them.
like personality traits on this page.
Mhm.
That's fine. I'm just gonna make this small for right now, and then we can go back to it.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, so
So, go back to what you were saying because I did not catch any of it because I was figuring out how to format it while you guys were talking.
Kyle and I were saying, and unless chat wants to say something else otherwise,
That was aggressive.
that we were saying how we thought that the fated would want to be more involved because she's the storyteller. She wants to make sure. What if she's like the kind of person who's like, everyone gets a happy ending?
She just wanted to know the tea.
Yeah, she wants to
Or
know the
instead of
tea.
everyone gets a happy ending, everybody has an ending, and if you try to mess with that, then she gets upset.
Like she wants everything to work out the way that it's supposed to be, and if it's like deviated from the path, she gets a little upset.
Yeah.
And then Temperance and Honored were like, hey, we need a buffer. We can't, like, we're not allowing them to have the free will that we're supposed to be giving them. So we're gonna come up with gods to make a buffer for us.
You gotta love how Twitch works. It's so fun.
Fated equals love story of humanity, but like a Hollywood exec wants to insert her own things for credit. Like, see, I know you got hit by a truck, but I chose the color.
The Fated was a bad. Listen, guys, what I'm hearing from this is the Fated was just a bad GM. Like that.
Oh my gosh!
I know you got hit by a truck, but your favorite color is blue, and I put flames on it because it looks cool. You got hit by Optimus
I
Prime.
know that you said that you wanted to marry Bob over there, but guess what? You're actually gonna marry his brother Sam.
Right.
Because that makes more sense for the narrative.
More mortal stories than was. I want to say professionally necessary, but that doesn't sound correct. Which was
she got more of the mortal stories. She got into more of the mortal stories than was absolutely necessary. We could say that.
You picked the one word I can't spell.
So she's the goddess railroading. Probably.
Thank you, temporary.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. But
she kept railroading everybody's story, and then the other two goddesses were like, dude, you need to chill.
That's why she's always crying, guys.
Yeah, right. She knows how every story is.
She's the drama queen.
She's the drama queen.
The Honored and Temperance needed to create a buffer between
Fated equals
her.
4 with the story of somebody like Jada, but it's a professor. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
And the mortals. So they then created the gods and
so funny.
Goddesses of the Citadel.
And then they started messing with the gods. The little sister. The littlest sister.
She's just a baby.
She's just a tiny girl.
She's a baby with amazing cheekbones.
She's just a little girl who just has those cheekbones that can cut glass.
Hot take, when I was asking Ina to create these illustrations for me, I was giving her some like stuff for inspiration. I went, Mortem, have you ever seen Angelina Jolie in in Maleficent? That
yeah.
Also, hot take. I thought the Maleficent movies were decent. I enjoyed them.
They were so good, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then then they come up with the gods, right, as their buffer. So then what causes them to become the moons? I feel like that's the next thing that we should.
I feel like they become the moons when they
away.
take a step back.
They simply passed away. That's sort of like the lore of that is they became moons because they decided to basically ascend to becoming them rather than because they were sort of done.
Yeah, they created the gods, and then the gods were like, yeah, we got it from here. And then the triple goddesses were like, okay, we can just kind of hang back.
They're all
until-
just secretly living on their moons. They're not actually dead. What a twist.
Yeah, right. Except the fated is like, I need to mess with the stories.
Mhm.
I can't.
What
They
do I
just-
do with no
Yeah.
story?
All she's up to, she's just up there reading Wattpad the entire time.
Everything. She's
Me.
just like watching.
She's me.
like,
Yeah.
she's watching TV and is just like constant like telenovela, daytime drama, Young and the Restless.
Anytime the other two
Reading.
goddesses come over, she's just like, I gotta watch my stories. Leave me alone.
She's like, hold on, give me like an hour. I need to see how this ends. They're not putting on another episode until tomorrow.
You've been watching this show for years.
I feel like the best way to explain the Fated is, have you ever seen Zoe play The Sims?
Rude.
Fated is absolutely the type of person
Rude.
who would remove the ladder from the pool.
I used to do that as a child. I'm actually a little bit, I mean, I just get more chaotic with the drama.
They also fixed
Fated
that
starts
bug in The
literally
Sims
every
4.
conversation with
Starts
previously on.
literally
Yeah.
every conversation with previously on. Oh my god, yes.
All right,
Last
sweet. That's
time
how
on
I'm going to
Dragon
edit.
Ball
That's
Z.
how I'm going to edit every episode.
Previously on. Previously
This week
on.
on Fake News. Hi.
It should be every our recaps for every episode at the beginning should be just the Fated, like telling the story.
I like
To
how
her
we made the
sister.
one that seems like is having the roughest time to actually give her like the actual roughest time. Like,
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then they just ascended after making the gods.
yeah, they were just like, we
Tired to
did
their
this.
moons. They retired
Yeah.
to their moons. Don't know if they're alive or dead because they're
It's just like, I'm done.
they're
We did
done.
it. We did our job.
We did our jobs, guys. Hi, Ina.
Welcome to Twitch this time. Nice.
Hi.
Ina moved to Twitch.
Yeah.
Hi, Ina. The Fated has the narrator voice from Dragon Ball Z. Yes.
Yeah.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Then occasionally, like, she'll let herself be heard by mortals.
Mhm.
And she'll just be like narrating what they do just for no reason. And the mortals are just like, Fated.
You want to
be
know
cool.
what would be really funny is if you know how like when you walk into a room and you forget what you're gonna do, that's like the Fated telling you no, and then you go to try to do it again, and then you just hear from above, as previously stated, no.
Right. As per my last email.
As per the last email request, no.
Just no, the Fated is the queen of like passive aggressive email starters.
I love when I made this stream. I was just like, "Hey, Troy, we might need 2.5 hours and not 2 hours." He just went along with it, and I think he's seeing why right now.
I looked up passive
Not our
aggressive
fault.
email phrases, and this is exactly what I imagined.
Okay, but listen, we had like 45 minutes of talking about nothing but Robanthus, Bob the Farmer. So, yeah, expect this from us.
I
Look how
feel
good
like
his
she
speech
would
is.
absolutely say, like, if somebody is trying to break their fate, this passive aggressive email phrase of, should you need further clarification, please don't hesitate to contact me.
So, you want to change your fate?
How can we avoid this in the future? Not sure you got my email, as I haven't heard
Did you
back.
try turning it off and turning it back on?
Somebody tries to mess with their fate again. Just following up on my email below. Let me know if I should be talking
Circling
to
back
somebody
on
else
this.
about this.
Just circling back on this.
Yeah,
Just circling back.
just circling back. I've CC'd my boss on this.
If you have any questions, please ask them.
The Fated just leaves passive aggressive post-its everywhere. Absolutely. She invented post-its specifically to be passive aggressive.
Leaves an aggressive post-it note to her sister. Did you know at 5:45 you're going to leave the milk out? Please put it away.
Thanks in advance for your timely response.
Okay.
Subject
So-
friendly reminder. That's a good one. I like that.
There Kyle goes. Farmer Bob's description was, it's like giving angular Santa.
Angular Santa.
And then
if
you
he
turned
actually
him
went to the
into
gym.
Zaddy.
Look at him, though.
Look at him.
He's just a little happy guy.
I said angular Santa, and Ina said Zaddy.
He's just a little happy dude.
He literally doesn't care about anything except for like his farm. And then when any of his followers try to contact him, he's like, "What do y'all want? Get out of here."
This is my corn.
That's Mommy Daddy.
Zangular
Yay, Mommy
Santa.
Daddy.
Yes, Zangular
Troy.
Santa.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Great.
So then we said that the Honored and the Temperance decided that they were going to ascend, and then they took their sister with her.
And they were like, "Enough. We're leaving."
Then they asked.
That was our one. It was me misspelling something, and it was our one.
I don't think that's
What?
a bad enough word to be considered our one.
I think it is. Troy,
Yeah, it's our
We can get a
one.
ruling on that, especially because it was a typo.
Then they all ascended up to the moons.
So they all ascended.
Kyle, shush. Now we're on 2. Was it in type?
Yes.
It was accidental type.
oh God. Then you made me spell then twice because I got all flustered.
I
What
had
did Kyle
to.
do?
I'm
What did Kyle-
sorry. Look at the chat.
Why did you name yourself Cupcake Lord? And how did you immediately know it was Kyle?
Who else has
Because
cupcake
it's
in their name?
Kyle, Mr. Manly Cupcakes himself.
Also asking a Disney adult if she had seen Maleficent. Yeah.
Okay.
Into their
I think we shouldn't come up with lore for each of them. Because again, like they've been around so long that it's like they're literally tied to everything. So I think we should have one defining character trait for each of them. And I nominate Drama Queen for the Fated.
Cupcake Lord seems like a PG rating.
Why are you? You're literally squealing. I don't know what just happened.
Oh my gosh, guys, you're
Amazing.
such a Cupcake Lord!
Oh, look at this Cupcake Lord over here.
Kyle, I just need
That
to
would be
know.
something that my kids would say, guys.
Right? Oh,
That would
thanks,
be. That
Allie.
would totally
That's a
be
good
something
one.
that my kids would say. They would totally say something like that. Hey, Miss Decker, did you know that you're such a Cupcake Lord? No, thanks for telling me. Thank you so much. When they get angry with me and they start calling me names.
Yeah.
I like how you're just like, thank you.
That's what I do every single time. Like, thanks. I appreciate your opinion.
Miss Zoe, you're stupid.
Now I gotta go by Miss Decker, so it sounds really awful.
When I worked at Fantasyland, our code word for hot dads was cupcake.
Is there an actual place called Fantasyland?
Apparently
It's in
there
Disney.
is.
It's in Disney.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of cupcakes in the castle right now. You
I'm
bet
gonna say
there
no. I
are.
like Universal better than I like Disney. Disney's everywhere.
I want to go to Disney World.
All right.
We go.
So, defining characteristic traits. Drama queen.
I'm not going to write drama queen in her thing.
Okay.
I mean, Faded is very much a drama queen, though.
Okay, so defining characteristic. Melodramatic. There we go.
Thank you.
Kyle, Lord of the Hot Dads.
TM.
I actually had so I work with kids and I make a lot of dad jokes. And one of my kids, this 12-year-old, I was making dad jokes and she was like, "Are you a dad?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, well, you should be because of how bad your jokes are." I'm like, wow.
Roasted. Roasted.
Melodramatic.
Thanks.
All right. The honored.
That's her only characteristic is melodramatic.
Yeah,
that's
defining.
all she
It's
gets.
just one defining characteristic, so you know how to like channel their energy if we ever need that.
Melodramatic is not equal to melodramatic. Yeah.
Okay. The honored. What would be their defining characteristic? What if, hear me out, the
Oh, that's
honored was
scary.
like the teacher's pet of the group?
I don't know if
Kyle,
that
you
fits.
sound like you want something different.
Yeah, I don't know if that fits though.
Okay. I mean, I was just trying to go unhinged. I said ostrich earlier. So. Me when I'm petty, but I don't want to leave my chair. Melodramatic.
I'm looking up synonyms for honored. Wow. Synonym for honored is honorable. Cool.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Would never known.
I've looked up so many birds that it's now saying, do you really mean characteristics of a bird?
Obviously.
Like, how did you
Birds
know?
are the only thing that matters in this playthrough.
What if the temperance is calm? They're defining characteristics. They're calm. And then what about the honored persistent?
Me when I'm petty but don't want to leave my chair. Melodramatic. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Melodramatic, persistence, and then calm.
I love that we keep doing words that Allie can't spell, so chat can make
I'm sorry.
fun of me.
I wasn't making fun of you.
But if we want to have like kind of like a more serious one for the
Yeah.
faded, we could
There we
say a more serious one for the faded, we could say empathetic.
Yeah. I like empathetic better. Especially because it has pathetic in the name.
Oh, you're so mean.
Persistent. Yeah. Thank you, Ina.
Persistent. Look, I cannot resist even a single urge to dunk on Allie.
Listen, no one ever. So I never got an A on a spelling test ever, and it shows.
Oh, empathetic was supposed to be for the faded. If we wanted something more serious, and then persistence was for the honored still.
Oh, I like.
If we wanted, like, we could still keep melodramatic, but we could put like / empathetic. You know, if we
Okay.
wanted something
I
a little
liked
bit more.
melodramatic. I thought it was a little funny.
Well, then we could have some. Well, we
faded,
could have like
wear,
one good characteristic and one bad characteristic, because I like what Ina said. Temperance is a sleepyhead.
I feel like the faded wears all black, but like band T-shirts. Goes to Hot Topic.
Because, not to bring the Sims back into it, but back when you could have 5 traits for your Sim, I would always have 4 good traits and 1 bad trait. So everyone has a bad trait. What would be the honored's bad trait?
The wise words of Hannah Montana. Everybody has those days.
They're persistent and stubborn.
I feel like those
Thank
are
you,
both
Ina.
bad traits.
Thank you, Ina.
Honored step.
Troy, that doesn't count as one. We didn't say it.
We didn't say it. Sleepyhead. Okay.
season 12 is 55, yeah. I don't
The
think that's a
honored.
characteristic.
What could? Okay, so there's like cooperative, determined. I'm
Because
just
persistent
throwing-
and stubborn are like the same word, basically.
Mm,
Hold on.
judgmental. Ooh.
Well, persistent can be the negative one.
So then what would be a happier one?
Sincere,
Genuine.
trustworthy, genuine.
Genuine could be the good one.
Ethical, reputable, moral. Or my favorite word, laureate. Worthy of the greatest honor or distinction.
Kyle, can we talk about how nerdy it is so you have a favorite word?
I like laureate. It's a cool word.
My favorite word is tiddlywinks, but you know. Did you know that tiddlywinks is an actual thing? Tiddlywinks is a game. Yeah, I like thought that was like a made up word, and so I just kept like using it. And then I looked up like if it had an actual meaning, and it turns out it's a game, and there's actually like a championship for it. And I was like, ooh, yeah.
Now I'm just looking up old words.
There's a couple that are just really funny.
Flibberty gibbet.
Okay.
Yeah, a
God.
flibbity gibbet.
That's an actual word.
It's an actual word, guys.
Shattering
Okay,
gossip,
we're gonna
21.
move on. We're gonna move on from these guys. I love you.
Besmirch.
We're gonna work on
To people this
Absalom.
apparently.
We're going to work on Absalom.
Honored
is
Kanye
being
West circa 2005. Like college dropout level of excellence. Is persistent
So we're going-
considered
Okay.
pejorative? Do you know that's too
Absalom
big of a
and-
word for any of us to understand, Troy? I'm sorry. I have no idea what pejorative means.
All right. So, what are they the god of again? Remind me, please.
They run the domain of resolution.
Resolution.
So-
Okay, but specifically, that
I'm
is
going
peace.
to the thing.
Peace, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe it's peace. And
Yeah,
I don't.
peace.
Yeah,
The honored gaslight.
This
gatekeeper
is where we
boss.
can get the bird, the dove.
Oh yeah.
We can finally use doves. All right, guys, quick, tell me all the birds.
I think
I'll start
morning,
looking.
morning
we
dove.
need Brennan Lee Mulligan in here, stat.
All the birds.
Oh yeah.
A dove.
Yeah, Troy, I think so.
The honored gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Nice. I've been
Nice.
wondering
I wonder
what
what
it
it
sounds
sounds
like
like when
when
Doves get
Dave's
upset.
when Doves gets upset. Is that
Dave's?
it? I
said
saw
Dave's?
Dave's. I saw Dave's for a second. My eyes were
I don't
moving
really
too
know
quick.
what it's like when Dave gets upset.
No, no.
I do.
Okay,
I work with
so-
the Dave.
Oh, okay.
Peace. What would be a good? What are good symbols of peace? So we have a dove. What's like a olive branch?
I do like the olive branch. one.
Lavender, because lavender is supposed to be like a
Sounds like
peaceful
what Dave's
thing,
got.
right? Dave's crying. Leave me alone, Troy. We're supposed to dunk on Allie in this stream.
Well, we
No,
spent the
I like
first like
this.
55 minutes dunking on Allie. It's your turn.
Okay, that's fine.
We have to go down the list. Kyle's
From
next.
Brand.
One of my favorite. Oh my gosh, leave me alone.
Uh,
Cry me a
Just
Ronald.
So everybody knows. Just so everybody knows, when I was doing Absalom, I was just like, give her star freckles.
I like that.
I thought it was
What a little cutie.
Sorry, I just need everybody to notice that detail because I thought it was the cutest thing in the world.
Okay, so a dove, an olive branch, lavender. What would be like a peaceful thing? Well, obviously, like white flag is like something, but that just seems so boring.
Is there like a food that represents peace? Because food is pretty
Grilled
universal.
cheese.
What
The grilled cheese piece.
You cannot get angry with people when you're eating a good grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes, you can. Only
No, you
if it
cannot.
doesn't have a
I
good-
have been so angry before that as soon as I like eat grilled cheese, I'm like, oh my gosh, so
Only if
good.
it doesn't have a good cheese pull.
Okay, but
That's
here's
when
the
I get
thing.
angry.
All of the grilled cheese I make has a good cheese pull.
That's fair.
Because I
Oh yeah. Absalom / Paz can be the god of grilled cheese.
Perfection.
I know Allie is
Okay,
seeing
Absalom
red
is
right
the
now.
son of David in the Bible and a major city in Pathfinder, just so you know. Wow.
Yeah, here
What?
she is a pretty lady peace god who just wants a sandwich, apparently. So
Lavender. The correct spelling. Lavender.
Lavander.
listen,
You put an A
I
instead of-
never said once, hey guys, you're going to see the best spelling of your life here.
Okay, hold on. We're going to Google again. Symbols for peace.
I think we should get one more symbol.
Okay, here we go. This is what Wikipedia, we know, the most well-known thing to ever come into play here.
Oh,
this
God.
is their
Okay.
list. Olive
Keep
branch,
going.
dove and olive branch, broken rifle, a white poppy, Rocher's peace banner, a peace symbol, a rainbow flag, predator and prey lie down together.
Rainbows. Paz is going to be our gay god.
Well, I'm pretty sure Paz and Absalom, weren't they our non-binary god?
I think so.
No, Haddon is the non-binary one.
Okay. Well then,
Because they're
obviously
risk and possibility. Why would they need a gender?
obviously, Paz's pronouns are she, they. So
No,
Yeah,
temporary.
of
These are just their own gods. It would be cool if they had opposite deities, but
I
don't think
would
Allie wants to do all
love
that.
if we had something like an archdemon in Dragon Age. But
we can make them, but right now we're just focusing on.
that could be another stream, Troy.
Good.
Troy
Okay.
wants
Rainbows.
Troy's
I liked on here the white poppy. That was a flower too that symbolized peace. So we could do like a lavender and a white poppy. Is there any other animals that kind of symbolize peace?
bunny,
A bunny.
I was gonna say a rabbit.
A rabbit.
which is wild because Absalom was going to be my character's like main deity, so that's actually a good idea.
That's really cute then. Okay. So then just so that like everyone else kind of has an idea, let's read one of the gods' lore and then like their children part so that they kind of understand like what we're trying to build with it.
Okay, now if the grammar's bad, I'm sorry, it's not my job to make grammar
She
and spelling good.
She didn't let me spell check or edit anything, guys.
No, Allie, it's
No,
okay. You have
I
Alec
wanted
and
it
Ina
to
here.
look good.
You have
I wanted
Alec
it to
and
be a
Ina here to
surprise.
give you you know.
To give me what?
Okay.
Wanna try that again?
I'm not going to use the word yet.
So then
It's not
Alcindor can be our example god. So the lore, when Allie, Kyle, and I were like in a group session, we came up with the lore for at least the main 3 gods in our campaign. So the lore, it's like this god has the ability to change age and looks consistently, sometimes by his own will and sometimes by the shift in the universe that can cause the change to happen without his knowledge. Alcindor is the child god of war, and they are depicted as several different ages across all artifacts and temples made in his name. His children, Alcindor has many children in the Citadel, which are known as minor gods and goddesses within the line of war and conflict, some having to deal with the beginnings of turmoil down to the cleanup in the end. Alcindor's domain is mostly made up of his children. He doesn't really like others within his domain. So that you kind of get like a gist of what we're looking for in terms of the lore and what the children are. We're not going into like all of the children. We're not going into very specific details. Ooh, Rosemary's a good one.
Thank you.
That just makes me want rosemary bread.
Just makes me want some grilled cheese.
Grilled
Some
cheese on
rosemary. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So lore around Absalom and Paz. I think we should have like a portion of why they go by Absalom and Paz. I forget from the last stream that we did why we said both.
I think it's just like within different spots of Zanal. So like, you know how like some people have different depictions of like the same god, like the Greek and Roman mythology, it's the same gods and goddesses just by different names.
Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot why. And
That
I've been I've just to let people know, I've been messing around with this laser pointer for my cat, so that's what I've been fidgeting around with in my hands.
I wish my cat was in my room.
I just like had it really quick, and it kind of looked like a vape pen, and I didn't want people to think
We're cat people.
I didn't want people to think I vaped.
My kitten is sleeping on the couch right now, which is part of the reason why I was like a few minutes late to the sound check.
You had to pet your cat before you
So lore. Okay, so we could say that. Is there like, are we focusing on just the one continent right now?
Yes.
Okay. So what if we say that like the western half of the continent and the eastern half of the continent call them by the different names? So like the eastern side calls them Absalom, and then the eastern side calls them Paz, you know?
Ooh, kind of like Abrahamic religion, because they're basically the same religion across all three Abrahamic religions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different names.
Mm-hmm. And then the closer that you get to like the center of the continent, it's more interchangeable. To me, that makes sense.
Sorry, I stopped talking.
No, you're good. So, guys, how are you doing in chat? Is it nice over there? Is it cozy? Did Troy give you a grilled cheese?
Troy, why didn't you give them grilled cheese?
Come on, Troy. What about polytheism predating the Abrahamic faiths? Look under your chairs. Guys, look! Troy magically dropped off all of those grilled cheeses for you.
You get a grilled cheese, and you get a grilled cheese.
Don't worry, they're made with sourdough and extra sharp cheddar, so they're the good ones.
I like putting American cheese in my grilled cheese because it melts so well.
I want a grilled cheese. I want one too, Ina. I'm like, maybe I should make patty.
This is how we make the entire. We're gonna make the entire chat hungry.
I'm already hungry, and we're having tacos for dinner, so I'm like, I kind of want a grilled cheese.
Just go out and be like, hey, I know we're supposed to have tacos, but hear me out. Taco grilled cheese.
I'm Mac.
Yeah, they heard you.
Okay. Now taking art tips in the form of grilled cheese or money. Perfect.
Listen, I've always been a proponent of buying me food instead of paying me money if I do something for you.
Okay. Paz is the goddess of peace. Could we say that would Paz and Alcindor kind of have like just the tiniest of beef with each other?
So this is how I see it. Alcindor always wants to start it, and Paz is just like, what are we doing right now?
Exactly. So would they have like not like giant beef with each other, but like one of them just gets annoyed with the other for like, if we're in war too long, Absalom gets really PO'd, and then if they're in peace for too long, Alcindor gets really PO'd. So we could say that they're like always in constant conflict with each other over who's able to you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I love how just now nothing in chat now is all about grilled cheese, man. American quarterback dark cheddar.
We don't need world building. We need grilled cheese.
Paz, not to be confused with the god of cheap candy. That's right. They're twin brother Pez.
They're twin brother Pez.
Middle sibling energy. Gotta referee the others. That's how I imagine Paz is like that middle sibling who who's constantly
Yes.
okay, guys,
Yes,
like knock it off.
That's exactly how I picture Paz as the middle sibling, where she's just like, all right.
Could we say okay,
Why?
so you know how like the triple goddesses, like, okay, so let's say like Memortum came first, and then came Robanthus, and then came Alcindor, and then came Absalom, so that she literally is middle child energy. That would be so
Like,
awesome.
No one's paying attention to me anyways. I'm just gonna do what I want, which is nap.
That's why she's the god of peace. She
That's why
doesn't do
she's the
much.
It's very seepy. Okay.
Ooh, that could be good symbolism, is like all of the statues for Absalom / Paz are like her kind of like laying down with her arm like this and just like resting. You know?
Because in peace you rest.
Exactly.
It's the middle child.
God
Paz, God of
to
being
identify
able.
someone by the sound of their foot. Alec, you're hitting a little too close to home with that one. This is a world building stream, not a trauma building stream.
Gosh.
You
You know, Alec, let me just tell you my life story. You're like,
When I was a kid.
when I was a child, I played The Sims and ate grilled cheese.
My escapism was RuneScape. What was yours?
The Sims. The Sims reading, eating food, such as grilled cheese and tomato soup.
My escapism was actually Godzilla, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Can usually be seen with a journal or a sketchbook tucked under one arm and a pencil behind the ear. I like that.
I actually
That's a
have
really
her
good
reading books.
Yeah, Alec, I'm slowly getting back into it right now. So.
Ran out of space. More space. Yay, got it.
Even though I think we have like a god for like art and ideas and stuff, could we say
I don't think we do.
Well, isn't that the Ismene? Like
Is
god of knowledge and creation?
No, she's god of discovery.
Oh, discovery. Okay,
You could say that that's similar enough.
Yeah,
though.
we could say that like Absalom like has like close ties with like being the patron of arts and stuff. Even though that's not what they're known for, they work closely with Ismene. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
God of flourishing in college after going no contact with their parents. Alec, chill.
Discovery.
I love the laughing and then Alec chill.
Discovery and creativity are different things. I think they're two sides of the same coin.
Hey Troy, I think our next stream should be a therapy stream. If you're,
I think our next stream it should just be me by my oven and stove and just cooking you guys some fresh hot grilled cheese.
All right. Do we have any? God. And how does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel, guys? I'm just making this too.
It's an advice stream where everybody's like, "This was my childhood."
There's
What
a part
should
of
I
me
do?
that's this close to making a joke, but I don't know if it's okay to put on stream. It's for Zoe, but I'm
Type
not
it in.
sure.
Type it in the private chat. I want to see it.
Now I'm curious.
I know. That's why I said
Type
in the
it
private chat.
to us, and then if it's directed at me, I have to. Me and Troy are the ones who have to have say.
We give out
free therapy with every guest.
Raise your hand if you would be into a therapy stream.
Ask us anything, stream guys.
You know-
Ask
you know
us
what we'll
anything
do
about our
is we'll put-
childhoods.
we'll do a random number generator based on how many people are in chat, and then when your number gets picked,
You get exactly 10 minutes to rant.
give me one long paragraph about how messed up your childhood was, and we'll give you advice.
I will send you a grilled cheese in the mail. Okay,
Yeah.
onto their children. Onto their children. Okay.
Allie, yeah. Look at the private chat. Listen, that's what tabletop role-playing games are for. It's for processing
True,
the
but
trauma.
man, does that
That was
cut
the entire
deep.
basis
That's
of our
why I
Meet the
didn't
Master
say it
Bench
live.
playthrough.
Why do you think every single character I've ever made deals with that problem?
Yeah. Same here.
To be fair, it's a different side of the problem this time, and I'm very proud of you for opening.
Yeah, I'm
This is
dealing
the
with the other. I'm dealing with the other parent now. In case y'all want to know, I will say it lightly. Allie says I like to use my characters to help me deal with my trauma. So
That's not what I said, but okay.
I said it nicely.
That's the gist of what you said. Honestly, that's what tabletop games are for. It's literally just therapy. That's all it is.
Don't
Therapy
trust
and grilled
DMs that
cheese.
say don't make my table your therapy session. It's like, why?
Listen, a rule book for a TTRPG is like $20. Therapy is like you need insurance for that.
Okay, so they're children. So could we say they're bunnies?
Yep,
They're
that's it.
bunnies.
Move on. We're good.
We're good. Moving forward. Next one.
They all look
Mother
like the
bunnies?
Final Fantasy bunny people.
She was the one that made the bunny wild folk, which is why Solus is here. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Could we say? Could we say? So, what kind of god children would, like minor gods, like the demigods, would Absalom and Paz have?
I feel like all
I
of
feel
Paz's children would be like, because of like the whole art and creativity thing and like libraries, all of Paz's children would be trying to like spread creativity.
That's what I was
think
thinking,
all
like
of them-
nomads.
Yeah, I'm going to say that they would probably all be ons and all as demigods rather
Like they're
than up
more like
in
they're
the
very
Citadel.
nomadic beings.
Yeah.
Like, but here's the thing, though. Didn't we like say like
Ooh, temporary. I like that.
they're called
What temporary
The
thing?
children are
I'm in
called
the-
Vieira.
Oh, well, their followers are called the Harmonious. So, would we want their children to be their followers, or would that just be like the people that just praise her from Zinal?
All of Paz's children have their masters in liberal arts. Except they all work in business and marketing now.
But then, like, wouldn't that mean that like her children were like cast out of the Citadel then?
No, I
No.
think for Paz, they would get like special like order because this is like a
Yeah.
domain that works specifically with the mortals.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
mortal.
the fast pass. They have
have- yeah.
they have the New York train ticket.
They have the Universal Studios Fast
They
Pass.
have it's a pass.
They have the
They have
magic
the-
key from Disney.
They have the
from
metro.
Disneyland.
They have a metro card.
All of Paz's children drink kombucha, but they also buy it from major chain stores.
Okay, I'm glad that Temporary clarified that because I've never played Final Fantasy.
Paz's
so-
children love to go to Target.
I am a child of Paz.
They
Oh,
love
yeah.
going to Target
100%.
and Marshalls.
I actually haven't been to Target in like, I don't know, months. I
Oh,
need to
you
go.
must be a child of Alcindor then.
Maybe.
Alcinder's children go to Home Depot and Lowe's.
Don't forget Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place for the special.
We want to do art, creativity, peace, and what for their children? Because it can't be knowledge because we have to do Isme
Well,
for
like,
discovery and knowledge.
Nomadic and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to call them
I think
nomad.
art, creativity, and peace is pretty all-encompassing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would
I don't
be
think you
pretty
need-
good. All encompassing.
Yeah. They go to
Harbor Freight.
No,
Well-
those are the ones that actually know where to get the good tools.
Yeah, exactly. You
You
think
go to
how
Home Depot
Cinder's
because you
children are
just wanna
actually
be-
gonna think to go to like an actual good place to buy their supplies? Nah, that's not how they
All I'm
roll.
thinking about is the TikTok Home Depot soundtrack now. I'm sorry, I
No,
paused
yeah.
because all I heard was
Dun, 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 dun.
"Ja-na-na-na."
Dun,
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 dun, dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun. Do, 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 do.
You just see a bunch of like 40-year-old men walking around with their hands behind their back. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing here. I know more than you. It's fine. Home Depot is like worse than Lowe's anyway.
That's why my dad works at Lowe's instead of Home Depot.
Oh, dude.
When they built the Home Depot, he was like, "Yeah, I'm sticking with Lowe's."
Yeah. Also, his children stand up early dressed. You're bringing back memories of when I was in JROTC. Alex, stop it.
I forgot you were in JRTC.
Didn't even know
I
that.
completely forgot. I blanked that out for you.
Yep. It was so boring. I hated it.
Okay.
The only thing I kept was the hair, and even then, like, it's growing out a lot right now. My hair is almost down to my shoulders.
That's okay. The first thing that my brother did when he got out of the military was grow his hair out unfathomably long.
Oh, for sure.
Not as long as my hair, but like about like a little bit past his shoulders. Like that was the first thing he did. He was rocking a man bun for the longest time.
I'm trying to get my hair back to what it was in high school, but like not the same edgy Bieber flip. As
I was about to say you didn't want the Bieber swoop.
No.
To everyone that has seen mine in college prom pictures, LOL.
All right, next guy.
Don't look me up on Facebook, anybody in chat, please.
Is me.
Is mean.
Domain of discovery. I feel like Ismeen is like gonna be similar to Paz
Okay.
in terms of their children. Ismeen is similar because they also have a free pass to go to the mortal plane.
Symbols, I feel, would be like a ship, a navigational chart, and a sextant.
A what?
A sextant.
Sextant. It's what they use to like measure the stars and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a star map, like a
You might have a better
navigational
alley.
map, a
It's a
ship.
PG-13 stream.
That's why I said a what?
I'm telling you, it's an actual thing.
It is.
I wouldn't have said it otherwise.
Well, you would have said it otherwise.
I do. I love her hair too. Ina, when Allie first showed me Ismeen, I was like, oh my God, I love the hair. It was perfect.
Sounded like a naughty tent.
It does sound like a naughty tent.
I
Wait,
have a
so
joke,
how
but
do you spell that last one?
Sextant, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Sextant, or is it ENT?
No, it's tant.
Yeah, it's tant.
Not
Sextant.
There you
Okay.
go.
What would be like an animal or a flower? I want to say, okay, so would like the wishing flowers, are those just dandelions?
Yeah.
Because you know how like they like
fly
they spread,
everywhere.
they fly. Like I would feel like a wishing flower, but we could come up with a better name for a wishing flower. All right, chat. Come up with a
I
cool
only
name.
know as dandelions, and calling them wishing flowers is something I've never heard. So
I
you just
call
me a
them-
wishing-
I call like I know that they're dandelions, but once they like turn into the wishing flower, that's what I call them.
You could put if
don't-
you want to add an animal for discovery, you could put like an owl or a bird that always travels like
Ooh.
far distances.
Mm-hmm. An owl, a duck.
Those are my only two.
Quack quack. A starling. A starling.
Hey,
Is this
There's
another
a bird
bird?
called a phoebe.
A starling is so pretty. Guys, did you know on Google now, if you Google up birds, that they'll give you the calls?
That's that. Nobody
You know what you
told
should
Brendan
do,
anymore.
Zoe? Real quick, go to Google and type in "do a barrel roll."
I know that. It's going to make the thing go. Shoo.
It's so cool.
I like
I'm
the
trying to-
starling one. I like the starling. The starling's really pretty.
Okay, I have owl, duck, and starling because why do we only need one?
Any flowers? I don't know of any flowers that other than the wishing flower that
The
like
only thing that I can think of, if you want to add another flower, the only thing I could think of is like a flower you would find like everywhere instead of just in one place.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
what would be a flower then that we would find everywhere that is universal?
Sunflower, you can find those everywhere.
Really?
Marigold, daisy.
I was saying
desert
daisies.
phlox.
I also, for some reason, I was also thinking ivy.
That's
'Cause
more of
ivy-
a forest thing.
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying.
I think we should do
Chrysanthemums.
we should either do a desert phlox or a cranesbill geranium.
Okay, hold on.
Those are words that you can, string together and
Flowers
they make sense.
that grow anywhere.
That's what I typed.
A
This is my favorite
daylily.
Hi,
A
chat.
daylily
How
is
are you
really
doing?
pretty. A daylily, an iris.
Chrysanthemums are cool.
Chrysanthemums are really cute.
How about this? Whoever writes a flower in chat the quickest, that's the one I write.
Chrysanthemums, because Ina already put it in there. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
What's up, girl?
I wanted to see if she could make another one appear.
Corpse. Nice. Corpse flowers.
Corpse flower.
There was a plant nursery nearby that actually had a corpse flower seed, and I almost bought it. Then I was like, I really want my apartment
Whoa.
to smell like death.
That's a big flower.
The corpse
Yeah, they
flowers,
smell awful.
They do.
That's huge.
They smell like a literal dead body.
I could imagine it's named the corpse flower.
Okay. Lore.
Kudzu.
Lore.
Lore.
Oh yeah,
lore,
they did.
lore, lore.
They did, Troy. I remember
Okay.
that.
Lore. Okay, so could we say that Ismene was the one who like charted out all of the maps
be
and
right.
stuff? Like they were the first god to actually explore on Zevral. Zenal.
Zenal?
Sorry. Added an extra consonant
I
in
can-
there.
I can say that she created like the full scope of it and mapped it out accordingly. Yeah.
Mhm, like she was the first one to explore. Imagine in a coffin picking a corpse flower. Phoebe sees all the movement on the monitor and she's like giving Kyle a death stare. She's like, I don't like this. Phoebe's
Well,
my
Kyle's
cat,
no
guys.
longer there, so
I know, but she saw him like moving back and forth and she's not enjoying it.
okay.
Like she sometimes
Um,
just gains sentience and realizes that things move.
So I created the full scope and map of Zenal and was able to explore it to its full extent.
What else?
Sorry, I had to walk away for a second because I found ants, so I just sprayed a ton of peppermint spray.
No.
She could also be like
Imagine
Like
in a coffin.
she could also be like the patron to like inventors and stuff and science.
Whew.
You know, like
Peppermint
the
spray.
steampunky people.
I might not be able to have my eyes open because I sprayed too much peppermint spray.
Nice.
Oh, Kyle.
Listen, I found ants. Ants don't get to survive in my room. So
Where?
Is mean.
Did you try offering them a grilled cheese sandwich?
I feel like that would just bring more ants.
I was going to say, I think that would make it worse. I think that would make it
so much worse.
You want ants? That's how you get ants.
Yeah. You want ants?
Listen, I'm just trying to make peace with the ants.
No. There was a joke I saw where like, what if we made every single like one animal, like the most populous animal in a state, the animal of that state. Everybody was like, ants for every state. There's like millions of ants in every single state. So
okay, guys, I'm blanking on the word. What were the people in Jurassic Park?
Paleontologists. Paleontologists.
Well, I didn't want paleontologist. I just wanted like archaeologists.
Try.
That's all I wanted.
Food.
Ants practice slavery, just to be clear. Yeah, they do.
They do. Oh God.
Ismene helps bring.
Hi, baby.
Scientists, archaeologists.
Listen, you don't like being on camera, so why are you trying to get on camera?
Mortals of STEM and
I know
other creations, their ideas to help the world of Sinal.
I have an idea for their children, but I'm gonna wait till you're done.
The stress to create.
Capacity is spelled wrong.
I know it is. I just was ignoring it.
I wasn't.
Thanks.
I was beating Ina and Alec to it.
Listen, I was aware. I was ignoring it. Its best capacity with her knowledge and devotion. With her knowledge and devotion, she helps the minds of.
Don't worry, Alec. I'm sure you'll find a way to take digs at Allie every now and again.
Please no, I cry. I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
All right, Kyle, you said you had an idea for their children.
Mm-hmm. So my idea is they get the same privilege that Paz's children do in the sense of like being able to travel between the mortal and celestial plane.
Makes sense.
But instead of like being nomadic, they like Ismene's children they take like leadership roles in like schools and stuff. So they take teaching roles instead of like trying to spread the word about art, stuff like that. They're more, I'm gonna teach you this stuff. I'm gonna teach.
I could also see them as like sailors.
Yeah,
They're
it's like teachers and sailors.
To the world of Zenol.
Does that include pirates?
Teach.
I feel like that would include pirates.
Well, there's the thing is there's the demigods that are their children, and then there's just their followers in general. So like they can have like there can be pirates that are Ismene's. And speaking of Ismene's followers, last time I don't think we actually gave Ismene's followers like an actual name. So if anybody has an idea for that, please let me know.
Yeah, because I think we had two for the harmonious, and we didn't catch that until late in the game.
I think I accidentally wrote the harmonious there just to keep the formatting, and everyone thought that it was done, and it was not. So while I finish this, everybody make up words. Go.
The Wayfinders.
Oh, wonderful. Done. Done. We did it. Good job.
Perfect. I mean, it was the
Perfect.
first thing that popped into my head because of all the sailing and the star charts and stuff.
Granted access.
Ooh, they could be traveling teachers and just give like lectures and seminars all over the world.
Travel, discover,
And since they're
And-
constantly moving, no one realizes that they're actual gods.
build
Yeah.
up.
All right, give me 1 second.
Buildings
I gotta mute myself.
How dare you?
in the world of Zinal, which is a world taken over by majority of city land. Okay, sure. All right. I'll make that make sense later. I probably won't. Boop. Yay! Alex listening on. He types other stuff. I love it when other people are doing other things while we're doing stuff.
Sorry, the Wilbur forgot I was on stream and called me.
Wilbur.
I mean, it's the time that he gets out, so he usually calls me when he's on his way home to let me know that he's driving safely.
Okay, good.
I know,
Okay.
I know. And he's like, "I'm so sorry, I forgot you were on stream."
What?
Did I miss anything?
No, I'm still typing.
Okay.
You were gone for all
Is-
of 10 seconds.
Oh,
So
sorry. Well, a lot can happen in 10 seconds, like you changed
Especially
your
with us.
background.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just my house.
Just your house, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm just trying to do this, and every time I like look back at the actual stream, because I can't look at the stream and do this at the same time. It's like, oh wow, things have changed. I'm relying on you guys to talk to the chat, so I know
I'm
what's
world
going
building
on.
while I'm listening to world building. Oh, Alec, what a move!
Maybe
I
if
love
you
that.
need any ideas, just let us know.
Yeah,
We'll give
You
you,
know, that's
some
what I
totally
love.
non-grilled cheese related ideas.
that's what I love, though. Sometimes I'll like listen to like I'm watching like a lot of Critical Role, and it's been making me really inspired. So I'll listen to Critical Role and all the world building stuff when I'm writing. So weird. Okay.
We did it.
Happy.
Last one.
Woo!
Risk and possibility. I'm thinking Vegas. I'm thinking Hermes in Vegas. I'm thinking Percy Jackson.
See, I'm thinking has-been hotel constantly.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we thinking for? So, like, I was thinking all for Haddon's Domain. All I was thinking of was like Vegas. Like, that's going to be me being completely honest. Like, there's going to be that giant like scale that's like there for like the art effect of it, but everything around it is like slot machines and
A
like,
symbol could be like a
gambling.
coin. A symbol could be a coin, like a coin flip.
Yeah.
What are birds that deal with chance?
Yeah.
Seagulls.
Seagulls. Oh, that would be such a boring bird, though.
Okay, but have you ever gone to the beach and there be a seagull and it's that close to pooping on you? Because I have.
Yes.
Apparently,
Birds that are risk takers.
Seagulls.
Chickadees is the first thing that popped up.
see, I got cardinal.
Why do we need birds?
It's
Why
just
not?
Because
something-
it's a theme
Why can't we
now.
Why can't we do something other than birds? I want like
Well,
more
I mean, we had
animals.
other animals. Obviously, we could go over other animals too if you wanted to add in.
I
other
feel like I
animals.
do want to do Ivy for this one because is it poisonous
Okay.
or is it not? Who knows?
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm glad I came up with Ivy earlier then.
Could do a snake.
That's what I immediately. I was about to say a snake because it could be like, oh, is it poisonous? Is it not?
I'm a snake.
I'm just
I'm a slippery little snake.
An albatross means good luck. Ooh.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
I
like
forgot what they're-
negative symbols for risk and possibility either. It can be positive symbols for
They're,
risk and possibility.
Alec, their things are named deal makers, not gamblers. But you know, I feel like same deal.
Let's make a deal. Another
What is this,
symbol,
a game
Howie
show?
Mandel. Howie
Yeah.
Mandel. Perfect.
Howie Mandel?
Howie
Is that
Mandel.
who Haddon is? Howie Mandel?
Oh my gosh, Hayden, you're secretly Howie Mandel.
Haddon, as soon as I got so Ina asked me, she was like, "So, do you have any like ideas for Haddon?" I was like, "I'm gonna be honest, Ina. No,
None.
literally, what you make of them is what they will be, and that is just how we're gonna roll." And so she made them hot.
Okay.
That's fair.
Coin, seagull, ivy, snake, a tortoiseshell cat also means good luck. Oh yeah, if the cat crosses your path. I like a cat.
Might have got away.
Any other kind of things or something like that? Like a thing too? Other than a coin? A rock?
It's like, bro, right in front of my mouth.
Really?
No,
A rock?
So the reason I want to do a rock is because sometimes you pick up a rock and you go, "Huh, I wonder what's in this." And sometimes you just cut through it and it's a rock. And sometimes you cut through it and it's a crystal. And
So you mean a geode?
no, because sometimes they aren't geodes. Sometimes it's just clusters of quartz that are in there and it's not considered a geode.
All I'm thinking of is SpongeBob. That's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Ooh, okay. What about fool's gold for a deal gone wrong? Since their followers are called the deal makers. Okay, but Allie sold the job to me as them all being really hot.
No, I said, Ina, you're going to make them hot. And Ina said, yes, I am. I'm going to be honest. That's what.
Listen, that would have been my first note. Can you make them hotter?
They're not hot enough.
Make them hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ina does make everyone hot. Have you seen these little cuties down here in the right-hand corner? Look at us. We're all cute.
Mm-hmm.
What? Children. Do they have children? I don't know.
We could say that, like, their children run casinos on the mortal plane.
No, I just like the fact of, do they have children? Don't know. Anytime you ask.
Well, yeah, because we got to think of, like, the demigods and stuff. What if Hayden's children are just, like...
Any lich can get it for me. I don't care.
Okay, but this lich can get it.
Yeah.
Okay, Hayden. What if they're okay? Well, Mamortum. I was about to say because Mamortum is another god that doesn't have children. A 4-leaf clover. Good job. As soon as you wrote the word luck, I was like a lucky clover. Hayden's children. We could say that like their children are like the
make an anglerfish hot. You can make anyone hot.
Dear God.
Excuse me?
I think you're gonna have to send that anglerfish to Allie so Allie can send it to us.
I want to know.
I also want to see this anglerfish.
Just put it in the dice drop Discord. Thanks.
Yeah, just only put it over there. Put it in the not safe for work one.
No, put it in the general one. Everybody needs to see that.
She made a hot anglerfish lady for my book of pirate homebrew.
They don't have to be biological.
That's what I was thinking. It could all be like adopted, fostered.
So what? He just go. Sorry, they just go to Zenal and
yes,
they
they just
find
go
him
and what if like Haddon, or is it Hayden? Hayden.
It could be either one.
Okay, so what if Haddon goes down to Zenal like with the Metro Pass, a fast pass, because we know that these gods aren't allowed to go down there often, like specifically the main gods. Okay. And they take the orphans, like the children who don't have parents, and then they raise them up to gods, like give them godhood, you know?
All I'm thinking is like this poor street urchin that's like, sitting in a cardboard box, and then Hayden walks up and he's like, "Hey, you're mine."
Hey, I saw you pickpocket that lady over there. I like your style. Want to be a god?
I saw you pushing newspapers saying extra, extra. Read.
This is how Kyle changes his entire perspective on which god is his.
Tell them all about it.
Yeah.
Hey, you wise guy. You over there.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Who do you think there? You are? I'm walking in.
You over there who's selling all of the stolen goods. I like you. I like the cut of your jib.
So is Hayden from New York?
How they sound. That's immediately how they sound. I like the cut of your jib, kid.
Hayden is from New York.
I just heard Discord pop off. I'm about to go check out this anglerfish.
All of us run to the Dyke Discord.
Darn, it's not in there.
No, it is. It's in self-promotion.
Self-promotion, okay.
Oh yeah, I made it so you can't post pics in general because I didn't want anything bad to happen.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's fair. That looks really good.
That is a hot anglerfish lady. Okay, so yeah, I like that idea that they take them for from like orphans and stuff like that. Like after like
so I see you're an orphan with no parents in your job and you don't have a job. You want to be a god.
I saw you grift that old man earlier, and I like your style.
All I'm thinking of is parallels to Has Been Hotel right now because that's what's on my mind.
I need to watch the rest of it. I got to episode 3 yesterday.
There's only 4 episodes out right now. So.
And what if they have like a handful of like biological kids, but mostly it's just the adoption?
No, here's the thing. With their biological kids, they will never truly say, "Oh yeah, that's mine." Who knows? Yeah.
Too busy making love to mortals, yo.
So Zoe and I have been watching a lot of Percy Jackson.
Listen, it's my childhood. I'm just reliving it, man. I'm enjoying myself.
Children no one truly knows the process in which they
just go up and start stealing children, yo.
It does happen.
Could you imagine?
Time to time. Unknown if they have their own biological children.
The reverse Hermes has the most children only because they adopt.
Jesus. All right. Lore.
Okay. Well, we know that a part of the lore is, remember, out of the months of the year, that is the name that they go by based upon the month. It's whatever that month is. They have 12 different names, and we'll come up with them if it's like a specific thing. Should that be something we come up with, guys? Let's start brainstorming 12 different.
Maybe that can be world building stream number 3.
No.
Only coming up with the names, or we'll deviate that to Allie because we don't even know if they're going to come into play.
True.
I just said Haddon changes their name every 12 months. It changes at random.
Yeah, it changed
their name.
Well, remember we said that there was like a set list of like this is the month that they are this
I-
person. This is
I
the month
feel
that they're that
like
person.
I feel like they would give a set list but
Mhm.
still for some reason go off of it.
Well, yeah, but like
They are
in the
giving
like the mortals specifically follow the set list, but hadn't themselves is like, damn it, my name is Pete this month, not Timothy.
Oh god. Is her name Haddon now? Who knows? Haddon is the
You wrote in.
the patron of risk and possibility, and they love taking a gamble at everything, which is
can also
why
say that-
they are depicted in casinos and
Marketplaces,
blackjack tables.
blackjack tables. We can also say like marketplaces. Because you gotta take a risk. Is this fresh fruit? I'm not gonna tell you.
Nobody would go to that market ever.
Where
Is this a actual pie, Mrs. Lovett?
this
Yeah, it is. Best one on the street.
taking place?
People
You
want food poisoning?
probably bet Han is depicted.
Yeah, temporary. I think so. Because dice are all about chance. She is they are RNGesus.
Love it.
Gods just want to have fun, y'all.
Guys
Absolutely.
just wanna have fun.
Okay, so
Dogs equal girls.
good news, good news, good news.
We got all the
Oh.
gods done, guys.
All the gods are done.
I don't think we
Okay.
needed the extra half hour at all. We could just do the last
Well-
15 minutes as like questions.
We could, but we do also have the domain of discovery and the domain of risk and possibility if people want to mess around. Because I knew what I wanted the domain of resolution to look like, and it was a
It's
peaceful
birds.
yoga retreat campground.
Well, why don't you go over all the other domains so we get kind of a gist?
Okie dokie. So, this is the domain of creation. As you can see, it is a cute little farmland. I don't know why I turned into that accent. It's a cute little farmland where the houses all have like that cute little hobbity sort of hut look to them. Everything is grown here. Everything is like created, like any like plant matter, anything that's like grown from the earth, people. That's kind of what it is. Kind of just like a rundown of it. I'm gonna move it over here because I know you guys can probably see it better right there. So in the domain of creation that is run by Robanthus, he is known to be the center of the Citadel. Whoever holds the center is the strongest god currently residing in the Citadel. Why is Citadel down there? I don't know. I'm blaming formatting. Robanthus runs the domain in the way of freedoms. He lets his children. So the difference between Robanthus and the other gods is Robanthus doesn't have children biologically. He sort of creates them in a greenhouse, which then take a millennia to grow. And once they're fully grown, then they can actually like start helping with the domain, and they can help things in like the greenhouses, or they become like patrons for like other people to like use. It's just like that's their whole deal. The whole point of Robanthus creating these children is basically so he can find the next leader of the domain of creation, because he is checked out. He's done. He's
gonna turn himself into a moon.
He wants to be the new fourth moon that's going to just like show up ins and all. He's over it. So like it's very like farmland, rural areas, urban farms, cottage like architecture, nurseries, greenhouses. The air smells like sage and rosemary, and everybody is successfully creating anything their heart can imagine.
Ta-da!
So the domain of death and decay, it's the largest in the Citadel, and it needs to be the largest in the Citadel to sort of help all of the spirits that leaves and all. They need it to be the biggest so they can help those spirits go off to their new space. And as you can tell, and there's probably more than just like a couple dozen of those around. As well as doing the like spirit things, it also is where places like poisonous plants and like mushrooms are created, because they really don't want, like, though they are plants, they don't really want those in the domains of creation because they're kind of brought on more by death. The domain has a darker atmosphere to all the other ones. It's seen as an eternal grave site. There are small pointed huts that are placed everywhere for people to live in, and there are spirit orbs that are flying everywhere. Then we have the domain of conflict. This domain is covered in a mountain terrain, mostly because, you know, it's a little bit conflicting to get over that. It's a little bit more of a journey than you want to deal with. There's small villages in different dips and curves of the mountains. You can often smell coals burning, and blacksmiths reside in this domain, and all of like the weapons are forged here, but there are no shields. No shields are allowed in the domain of conflict. You don't need to protect yourself from anything. This domain is run by Alcindor, who is also known as the Child of War, and he has some not great stuff that I wrote about him. Because if Greek gods can do messed up things in their lore, I can do them in mine. Domain of resolution. Nothing is, so the whole point of her domain looking like yoga retreat campground is basically, she believes there's nothing more resolved than a mortal and nature acting as one. So within nature there is beauty between human and other. So when like the person wants to like resolve something or like be at peace, basically like the sounds and smells of nature is going to put them back where they are. I see Absalom as like the hippie of all of them, the hippie middle child. Then the domain of discovery. It's really funny that you said steampunk, Zoe, because I was thinking like her domain being very steampunky, being very like full of libraries and just like sciences and just like everywhere. So I thought like that was really cool that you even said steampunk, because yes, that was the vibe we were striving for here.
Look at me go.
And then for the risk and possibility, I put gambling, gaming, bartering, partying. The domain of risk and possibility is always a party. God Haddon looks over it all. So that's basically what I have for everything.
First,
when it comes to domains.
Troy,
Alec and then Troy.
For that restaurant, do you need like a months in advance reservation?
Yes, at least 9.
You need a millennia in advance reservation.
At least 9 to a millennia month.
All of the gods have to place their order like years in advance.
Yeah, I'd like mine with a side salad, please.
Now, if anybody's wondering, okay, that's wonderful that you did all of this work with the Citadel. What's going on with actuals and all? Here's the thing. It's all the way down here.
It's all the way down at the bottom.
It's all the way here. So I have the cities. We're starting with the city of Arona. I have quick notes here, which is Arona's a coastal city. It has the vibe of Salem, Massachusetts, Old London, Gothic Victorian, a little bit more edgy. There are crystal mushroom gardens everywhere. The roads specifically are made from clear quartz and sea glass. I said red, brown, white brick. So like you kind of have like what's around. Very cold winters, sea docks. And then I did some lore on the Sea Docks where I made up words, which I thought were really funny. The wood docks are made from Estonia trees, from the Avoria forest, from the McCarty Isles. It was a gift to Asterdale from more than a millennia ago. The lights are from magic, just in general. There's little magic lights. Main transportations are hover trolleys, trains, bikes, skateboards / hoverboards. You're probably wondering, Allie, why do you have a bike but you have a hoverboard? All I was thinking of was just like this old 35-year-old, just like, and I can say old 35-year-old because we're old. Just very excited, like, yay, I got a new bike finally. My bikes are awful. And then this little crappy kid just goes by on his hoverboard going like 20 miles faster. That's all I wanted to do. Familiar dens, which are pet shelters, and then townhome apartment styles. It's not like common for them to have like actual homes with yards in Arona. It's very much like there's a store at the bottom, there's a apartment up top sort of deal. And then like I have like the deeper notes, a little bit more like a little bit more in depth about the city of Arona is that they're a trade city due to them being like right on the coastline for everything. So they can get literally anything shipped to them from anywhere. So there's a lot of tradesmiths, there's a lot of trading posts, there's a lot of markets, there's a lot of marketplaces. There's, like I said, a lot of crystal, herb, mushroom gardens. My pump is screaming at me. Don't ever become type 1 diabetic. It's annoying.
Considering you have to get that at birth.
Don't do it. It's not fun.
I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't. And as you guys know who were here the first time, you all know that the oceans, inns, and all are pink due to the pink sea salt. So I just wanted pink oceans because that felt correct. So yeah, and Arona has 4 very distinct
I don't know what
seasons.
you're talking about, Ina.
What do you say?
Lord Cupcakes keeps changing the background.
Nope. No idea what you're talking about.
I saw that happen, and then I saw you like casually look up to see if Allie would notice, and then you just kept sitting.
I need you guys to know when I'm reading this, I am on the actual script. I can't see Kyle doing nothing. Yeah, but that's it. If anybody has any questions,
he's just outside his house now.
No, Kyle's in Arona. Kyle's in Arona now, guys. Everyone, now
my
he's with Godzilla. Now he's with Godzilla.
Oh boy, and we've become unhinged.
Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, oh, by the way, neither of these two quite understood the plot of this game, which I thought was very funny. So I had to explain it to them. And now they're like, oh, so I can't just like go to Asterdale and have a plant shop. There's an actual plot.
Listen, that was when the first stream, okay? That was the first stream, and then you clarified for us. And I was like,
that's a domain we don't talk about, Alec.
The domain is the Haddon's domain. Yeah, risk and possibility. I feel like that's correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Feel like also part of a little bit Alcindor, just like I feel like being.
They wanted to be buddies. They wanted to be buddies for like 5 seconds. They just sort of like clapped him.
You know what? Let's just drop a Godzilla and see what happens.
All right. So, does anyone have any questions? Anyone here?
Are the
deities
if you're setting patrons of certain species or nations?
So all of the patrons can be used by anybody, like any species, any race within the actual Zinal. I was going to say Citadel. They're all very accessible to pretty much everybody there. There are going to be people that don't really care about the gods or goddesses. They kind of are just living their own lives. And then there's going to be people that are like, come to this temple, we're recruiting. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be kind of like it is today, except there aren't going to be like a certain set species or race that's going to be like, yes, that's our god.
I feel like now's a good time too, since it's getting close to the end of the stream. We should just like take any questions if anybody has any.
You can
So like
ask.
if anybody in chat has questions or
Mhm.
comments or anything like that, go ahead.
Like about our characters, other things like that, or even just like things for
unless
us.
it's a spoiler, then
we're not gonna spoil stuff. But even if it's like a thing, like a question, like Kyle, what do you put on your grilled cheese sandwiches?
Oh, I posted that in the chat earlier.
Okay, but yeah, still other things.
American pepper jack and sharp cheddar.
Kyle, that makes so much sense on why my stomach's always messed up.
I haven't had a grilled cheese in a while, but I
Okay.
do want to get the things for grilled cheese. That's going to be my lunch this week, I think.
Good.
I did find almond milk based cheese though, which is really good.
Interesting.
So
Can't have that.
All right. You guys ready to go? Unless we have any. Oh, which god
is worshipped the most?
Me.
Which god is worshipped the most? Well, Farmer Bob.
It's me.
Oh yeah, Farmer
I'm a
Bob,
self-insert
man.
god. It's me.
Kyle.
Could you?
I feel like it would be Robanthus because he's just such
it's
a
Farmer
laid-back
Bob.
god. Yeah. Farmer
Could you
Bob.
imagine? I feel like it would be like both Robanthus and Memortum.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of just like teen mortals that are like, ooh, Memortum. Like, I'm edgy.
Hair that covers one eye. Yeah, exactly.
That beaver swoopage.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting hard. Okay.
Another
should we say like who, like what gods Kyle and I picked as our parents?
Sure, if you want to. That's on you.
Because I think before we weren't solid, like we just kind of like said who our parents were.
Is the worship of any gods illegal? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think they're at that point yet where like there's been a disgraced god or anything like that. I think it would be cool if we had disgraced gods, but I think that's like a future.
Temporary. Paz and Alcindor. Paz is the goddess of just like peace, and Alcindor is child god of war. They're going to have a little bit of conflicts with each other. There's some of our gods that are just like would rather not be around the others, but other than that, no, like they have their own stuff that they have to deal with. They can't deal with the sort of pettiness of handling whatever like their brother or sister or whatever is doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They have to attend to their domains and their followers. So
and that tends to take more time than to do little riffs.
They probably have, I would say they probably have like opinions on each other.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
It doesn't get to the
have
point
opinions.
where it's like I'm gonna invade your domain kind of thing.
Yeah, they all have opinions. 100% they have opinions, but not enough to be like. Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck on the disgraced god idea. Like there should be at least one.
There should be. That would be a cool little twist, wouldn't there? Oh, look at that! Look at her face!
This is where we find out that Allie has a god called the Forgotten. That just
this is where you find out Allie has a plot already, and you're.
This is where we find out that this is the big bad.
You have a plot for your next years-long story that you want to tell.
That would be so fun. But I guess we can, if there's no other questions, we can kind of like discuss who our characters are, because I know that
we give it like 5 more minutes for questions because it takes time for people to type and then like enter whatever they want to put in.
Well, you guys can talk about it while we're waiting for questions.
Yeah, that's what I'm like saying. I would like to know more about the characters, of course.
I would like to know about the baby.
I would like to see the baby.
I would like to see the baby.
Okay, Kyle, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, so I'm going to be playing Ina, and if you don't know who Ina is, she's this cute little redhead over here on the left. I thought when I told Allie this, she was like, so you are the complete opposite of your parent. And I go, yes. So Ina is the child of Alcindor. She is essentially like when I told Allie about Ina, it was essentially like I was playing with the idea of parent raising their child for something that they weren't prepared for. And that's what I wanted for Ina. And so Ina is the complete opposite of what Alcindor wants, essentially. And I'll leave it at that. Could you imagine? Yeah. Sweet little Ina, the goddess of war.
There was actually a moment, just a little peek behind the scenes too. There was a moment where me and Zoe were talking about like having our characters be siblings in some way.
Yeah, it would have been so cool. I would have loved it.
Yeah, and it's honestly like I still think we should like have them be related in some way or another, but
well, remember how like in like Percy Jackson and stuff, they're like cousins. So like technically we're cousins.
That's fair. Siblings would be interesting,
so,
yeah.
It's funny like, that you mentioned that. There's actually something that, because TikTok's wild. People are just like, guys, Annabeth and Percy are cousins, and it's just like, actually, gods don't.
They're not
technically.
Yeah. They're not technically, but they call each other. They call each other like at least like the main gods, like Ares. Like, oh, that's my cousin. But like, yeah. But like in a sense, like we're related but not related.
Yeah.
It's like I know them, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were playing around for a really long time on us being siblings, but unfortunately, it just didn't work that way.
Yeah. I'm still like I'm leaning more towards Murphy's deity being one of them is a reflection from a pond, but no idea which one is real anymore. Fair enough. I was thinking about Murphy being Robanthus's child for a while, but now I'm kind of thinking like Absalom or Paz.
No, don't change. I had so much lore.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, it would make sense for Murphy to be Absalom or Paz because
now Murphy's we have to change your entire backstory, my guy.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
Well, either way, I mean, like Murphy's very passive, you know, and that's why I'm like.
Yeah,
like Murphy tries to avoid conflict, but I feel like that fits with Robanthus too.
What if like you're like
ooh, what if I'm a split child?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like what if like Robanthus was like, you know what? Like let me splash in some of Paz into this flower here and see what grows.
Or Murphy was like born as Robanthus's child. But then even Robanthus was like, I think you fit better under Paz. Regardless of the birth, it's like, oh yeah, you fit better under Paz.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be fun.
That would be
But fun. Yeah, Murphy is just a very passive person. Doesn't really want to like get involved with much.
But so. Like, I think it's sprung from Zeus's head, so maybe no gods have normal births. No, they do not. They really don't.
Yeah.
How were you born? Oh, my mom rolled a 19, but had an action point. And I don't know.
There are multiple times whenever I play a game where
Robanthus did beat Dad confirmed.
Yeah, no.
Kinda.
There are so many times where I'm playing like a TTRPG where if I'm role playing my character, I'll just be like, I don't know, the dice rolled this. I say that in character. I love
okay, I will say I love our podcast so much. If you do not like metagaming, please do not listen to our podcast because that is the entire joke the entire time is that we're metagaming.
We don't metagame to the point where it's like, oh, we know what's gonna happen, so we're just gonna like mess around until what happens.
No, it's to the point of where one of our characters are just like
Yeah, our characters are like, well, I rolled a 1. So...
I think it's because I say all the time, okay, well, before I say this, let me roll and see how well this is going to turn
Thanks
out.
for sticking around, Dungeon. Appreciate it.
Then I say the thing based upon the roll.
Metagaming can be fun. I agree.
Because I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Metagaming can be fun if you're not toxic about it. Like if you're not just simple. If you're not toxic about it, metagaming can be fun.
It doesn't make sense if you have like this really big empowering speech and it sounds really good, and then you roll a nat 1, and then you just have one person go, ah. It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like, make it sound like a nat 1 roll.
Yeah.
Like, oh, guys, I don't think we're gonna win this fight.
And my cute little bunny girl in the middle has been working at her parents' antique shop for forever. And she's in Arona somewhere. She's not a god. She's just here. But she is a party girl, so y'all gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, you enjoy that out, Alec.
Devotedly a follower of Absalom, but secretly a follower of Hayden.
I just want to point out real quick that we were just talking about metagaming, and then Alec got hit with an ad. It's Twitch being like, nope, you're done.
All right.
Also, I think it is time to.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up.
Probably. It was fun,
so soon?
guys.
Yeah, we got done what we wanted to get done.
You sure
We
did. It was
got a lot done.
You did, and now I need to go get myself a grilled cheese sandwich. Thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm really hoping that Will's making some grilled cheese downstairs.
I know. I need to go get do you guys question, do you guys use mayo or butter when you're making
Will
butter?
uses mayo.
I've done both,
butter.
but I prefer butter. Yeah.
I haven't tried mayo yet. I want to try it.
Mayo
it's
is
not
actually
bad, it's
surprisingly
different.
Good.
Yeah.
It tastes just a tad bit off.
Sometimes it feels like it's a little too rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a little too greasy.
Anyway.
Hey, three of you, thank you so much. Folks that are watching, and even if you're watching on demand, here's the way you can thank them. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing the stream. Make sure you, if you got any questions, post a comment underneath this particular stream, and they'll be in to answer, or they'll ignore you completely. Really? Who knows? But it is always a delight. The three of you are just so much fun to hang out with, learning so much about, well, you and myself in the process. Thanks again, everyone who has been watching. And stay tuned. We'll do more of these. Now, if you're somebody who says, hey, I could do something like this, send a note to let's play at greenronin.com, and we'll see if you can. That's it, friends. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.